else for you guys to do today that goes with the Hungry Caterpillar book. We are going to talk about healthy foods and unhealthy foods. So you're going to just need this paper right here for that. And then we're going to talk about the life cycle of the butterfly. So you'll need the butterfly life cycle and you'll need the sentence strip. So the very first thing we do when we have these two papers stapled together is we always just do a gentle little tear. I have them stapled together so it's easier for me to hand out or even mail to you. And then this is the paper that we're going to be working on where you can write your name with a pencil. And I'm going to put it up here so that you guys can see my work. Now, we're going to be talking about which foods are healthy and which foods are unhealthy. If a food is healthy, it means it has stuff in it that helps your body and helps your body grow and stay healthy. Fruit is healthy, vegetables are healthy, some meat is healthy, some dairy is healthy. Foods that are unhealthy are foods that don't really help your body. There's something that is something nice and tastes good to eat as like a treat, as a sometimes food. So sometimes it's nice to have a treat of ice cream or cake or candy. That food doesn't really help our body, but it's okay as long as you have it just sometimes. So we have some food here. Let me tell you what all of them are. There's a pineapple, a lollipop, a pear, a donut, broccoli, cake, an apple, cupcakes, and a carrot. And we'll talk about which ones seem like they're healthy. But what I need to do is I need to cut them all out. So the first thing I'll do is I will cut off all the extra weight paper that I don't need. So that ends up with these 9 little squares that I will need. The ones that are healthy, I'll glue on the healthy side, and the ones that are not healthy, I will glue on the not healthy side. So here I have just the parts I need. And now I'm going to cut on the thin black lines like this. And now I'm going to cut on the little shorter thin black lines. So that I will have 9 little squares of food. And we'll talk about if they're healthy or if they're not healthy. Now, some food, I will tell you, are a little tricky. And some people will say they're healthy and some people say not healthy. Cheese is one of those. Some people say cheese is healthy because it has a lot of milk and it has calcium. And then some people say, yeah, it does have that, but it also has a lot of fat and sometimes a lot of salt. So sometimes those you have to ask a grown-up or a doctor if it's healthy for you or not. But all of these foods are pretty easy to tell if they're healthy or not. This is a pineapple, and a pineapple is like a kind of fruit. It has a lot of healthy vitamins in it. It does have sugar, but it's all natural sugar. And so that food I consider healthy. So I'm going to put it on the healthy side. Here I have a lollipop. Has a lot of the sugar, the artificial processed kind of sugar, that is not really super healthy. Sometimes it has something called corn syrup in it, which isn't super healthy. It has nothing in it that makes your body be able to grow. So this is a food that we should have just sometimes, and it goes on the unhealthy side. Here I have a pear, fruit, lots of vitamins. It's healthy. Now I have a donut. Lots of sugar. It also has a lot of fat in it. It has a lot of cholesterol, so that's not healthy. Broccoli. It has iron, it has fiber, it's a vegetable, and it's very healthy. It's actually Nicholas's favorite vegetable. Now I have a birthday cake. I love to have cake on someone's birthday. It's yummy and delicious and a fun way to celebrate. But it has a lot of sugar and it is not healthy. It's more of a food that we should have just sometimes. This is a carrot. It has something in it called beta carotene, which is very healthy for you. It has other healthy vitamins in it, so I'll put that on the healthy side. Now I have cupcakes, which again are a treat food. They're not super healthy. Goes on the not healthy side. And then I have an apple, one of my favorite fruits, lots of fiber, and it is healthy. And that's how you do the healthy foods and unhealthy food sort. And then something else that also goes with this project is the life cycle of the butterfly. A life cycle tells about how an animal starts out and grows and changes until it becomes an adult. So in the very beginning of the story, there was an egg, and then it was a very tiny caterpillar that came out of the egg, and then it got bigger. It was a bigger caterpillar. Then it made its cocoon, and another word for the cocoon is a chrysalis. And when it was inside of the chrysalis, its body was changing, and when it came out, it was a butterfly. So we're going to put those all in order. We're going to use this sheet, and we're going to use this sentence strip. So I'm just going to take this one down and put the sentence strip up for you. Ooh, it's a big long sentence strip. Not exactly straight, but that's okay. All right, then I need to cut out these squares. So first I'll cut off that extra weight around the edges that I don't need. And I don't need this part where it says life cycle of a butterfly. I can cut that part off. Cut off all the extra. Lots of careful cutting. I will cut on the black lines so that I have all the different squares. We're going to put all the parts of the life cycle of the butterfly in order. So the very first thing that happened is there was an egg. Do you remember how there was an egg on a leaf in the moon? So I'm going to take the one that has the leaf and the egg. Now if you would like to color these before you put them up, you can. I don't think you guys want to watch me color. I just want to show you how to do the project. So you can color them before you glue. It's always better to color before you glue, because if you try to color on the gluey wet paper, sometimes it rips. So I'm just going to put a little circle of glue, and this one was first. An egg. Now see how it sticks up a little bit on top of the paper? You want to make sure that your circle of glue is little. So then the next thing that happened is there was a little caterpillar. On Sunday, the egg went pop, and there was a little caterpillar. Then once the caterpillar eats and eats and eats and eats, it gets big, and we have the big caterpillar. Then when it was big enough, it made a chrysalis. It's really an amazing thing that the caterpillars know how to do that. They'll hang upside down from a twig, and they'll build that around their body, makes it, and they stay in there while their body changes. When the bodies have a really big change, that's called a metamorphosis. That's a really big word. You could say metamorphosis. It means a big change. And once it's done having its metamorphosis in the chrysalis, it comes out as a butterfly. And that's how you make the life cycle of a butterfly. I hope you enjoy doing these two activities at home. I love you and I miss you, kindergartners.